Coming up on Mountain News this morning, last month's flooding left business owners searching for ways to finance repairs for damaged storefronts. And there's some silver lining, Kentuckians. Despite the tariffs, Bourbon officials say the main goal is to focus on making a quality product that sells.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning and a happy Tuesday to you, Mountain family. My name is Amelia Lee here with you on this March 18th, and the time is now 6 o'clock, which means it is time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall. And just so you know, this happened at around 5 o'clock this morning, but I did play It's a Great Day to Be Alive by Travis Tritt for Megan, so she officially knows the song.
I do know the song. It sounds like a lovely song, and I think it is a good way to kind of describe what we're going through today, because it will in fact be a beautiful day. Now, this morning, we do have a little bit of a chance of fog as you're traveling towards certain portions of our region. Here's a look right now at the visibility. You can see towards Harlan, you could maybe run into a patch of fog or two. Just make sure you're being safe if you do run into some fog, and drive slow. Now we're looking at satellite and radar, and it's nice and clear, and this is kind of what I was teasing to with a beautiful day, because we're going to see clear skies all day long, which means sunny skies this afternoon when we have those wonderful temperatures. Speaking of temperatures, this morning it is a tad on the cool side, so you're probably going to need that winter coat as we're looking mainly in the 30s and upper 20s as you're traveling towards Jonesville, and Clintwood is at 24 degrees. But this afternoon, absolutely wonderful, hitting 70s for almost every single city in our region. Seeing some 60s pop out, but it will be the upper 60s as you're traveling towards Virginia. Here's how we'll get to those highs today. Really staying nice and sunny alongside them, so go out and enjoy this afternoon. Amelia.
State police arrested a Whitley County man on charges related to child pornography. A search warrant was issued for a home in Rockholds where items were seized and sent to KSP's forensic lab for examination. 32-year-old Matthew Tyler Gray was arrested and charged with 20 counts of distributing matter portraying a minor under the age of 12 in a sexual performance. The investigation is ongoing. 2 people are dead after a house fire in Pike County. Kentucky State Police received a phone call Sunday morning responding to a house fire. The home was located off Brushy Road in the Pikeville community. When first responders arrived, they found 2 people dead inside the home. Their bodies were taken to the state medical examiner's office for an autopsy. Their identities are not known at this time. Nearly 90 hazard businesses were damaged or destroyed as a result of the flood. Now, 1 month later, folks are looking at how much rebuilding might cost. I was able to learn more about how business owners can apply for loans. Small business owners gathered at Hazard Coffee Company, still feeling the effects of the devastation from the February flood.
When the flood happened and we realized how many businesses were affected, we wanted to really get the word out there about all of the resources that were going to be available, because there's frankly not as many.
Some business owners have already finished the mucking out process. Now they've started cleaning up and rebuilding. Some say they're worried about where the funding will come from as they face the long journey ahead.
I just wanted to have some time for our businesses to have a moment to ask questions, find out about all of those things.
The Mountain Association is just one place for business owners to apply for loans.
We're looking to help people get back on their feet. We know business has been greatly impacted throughout Eastern Kentucky and especially in Perry County.
The nonprofit organization has locations in Berea, Hazard, and Prestonsburg, with emergency and recovery loans available. Robert Allen says this includes small loans to help owners get cleaned up, as well as some bigger loans.
We want to work with businesses to try to help them move forward and continue in their operations.
Although it may not feel like it, there is still help.
A lot of people, when this stuff happens, feel like it's on them. And I just want our businesses, especially because that's my bread and butter, but I want everybody to feel supported through this. This is nobody's fault. It's an act of God. And what can we do to help everybody?
The Small Business Administration and Invest 606 have loan options available. Robert Allen with the Mountain Association says they plan to have more information sessions for flood survivors in different parts of Eastern Kentucky hit by that flood. Well, Eastern Kentucky University may be a step closer to establishing a college of osteopathic medicine. The legislature passed Senate Bill 77 and sent it to Governor Beshear. The bill, as amended, creates a clear pathway for public universities to start doctoral programs. It lays out criteria for the Council on Post-Secondary Education to consider when establishing those programs. We are now officially in the veto period for Kentucky's 2025 legislative session. Lawmakers sent 56 bills and several resolutions to the governor's desk. In the final hours yesterday, lawmakers reversed Governor Beshear's executive order banning conversion therapy in the state. They also tightened up some Medicaid rules and made it easier to cut the state income tax. March 26th is the deadline for Governor Andy Beshear to make any vetoes. Lawmakers will be back in Frankfort on March 27th and 28th, and that's when they could override any vetoes. Bourbon industry leaders are discussing industry developments amid global tariffs. More than 1,000 spirits professionals met yesterday at the University of Kentucky. Lucy Cole was at the James B. Beam Industry Conference and has more about the trade's next steps.
Over 1,000 spirits professionals, more than 100 speakers, and 3 full days of conversation surround one of Kentucky's most prized industries, bourbon. The James B. Beam Industry Conference held at the University of Kentucky is the global stage to showcase key industry developments and changes.
When you see the level of energy that's coming into the conference, across the world, it makes you, kind of remember how fortunate you are to get to work in the industry.
Growing the industry can start as early as investing in students right here. One conference goal is to connect students currently learning at the school's James B. Beam Institute to future careers.
We have a robust internship program with many of our partners where students get to go and test drive the industry test drives that new talent and says, okay, is this a good fit?
With the country's political climate in mind, it's no shock that the state of the bourbon industry in light of tariff conversations is on the minds of many here.
I think it's certain that we all stand united in trying to work through these issues that have nothing to do with bourbon. So we're really just trying to get back to our main core business of making the world's greatest whiskey.
These are just a few parts of the conference's bigger goal to perfect one of Kentucky's greatest arts.
A healthy bourbon industry, a healthy spirits industry is part of what makes the communities thrive.
In Lexington, I'm Lucy Cole with WKYT.
Applications are open for a KSP's Youth Academy program. The week-long camp gives teens who want to become popular officers, the police officers, the chance to interact with state troopers. They'll also learn leadership skills, physical fitness, and law enforcement principles. 16 and 17-year-olds are encouraged to apply. Applications are being accepted until June 10th. Well, we are just 47 days away from Kentucky Derby 151, and Churchill Downs says it needs your help to host the annual competition. They're hosting a job fair this Saturday from 10 until 2 at the First Turn Club. Churchill will hire workers to run their box office, food stands, to retail stands, and even more. There will be on-the-spot interviews and hiring for various positions during Derby season. You can learn more at workchurchilldowns.com.
We have a little bit of a temperature whiplash today because as you head out the door this morning, you can expect quite cold temperatures with some places in the 20s. Here's a look outside of your door this morning. 29 degrees in Middlesboro. It's 27 as you're heading to Jonesville and 24 in Clintwood. But you're going to add a couple more degrees on that because as you head into the afternoon, you can expect 70s across the board, seeing the warmest temperatures as you're traveling more towards the west and seeing a little bit cooler temperatures in the east. 68 for Jonesville, 66 for Wise. So overall, not too bad of a day. And we're going to have nice and sunny skies alongside that. Here's a look at satellite radar this morning. Not a single cloud in the sky, and we'll keep it that way today. Now, we do have some clouds moving in as you're heading into the evening, but overall, not going to be too bad of a day. Here's a look at the next 12 hours again. Sunny skies, wall to wall, high temperatures around that 5 o'clock mark today. Amelia.
Thanks, Megan, and thank you for joining Mountain News this morning. We've got more on the way. The ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas broke overnight with claims of broken promises.
Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, call 800-800-4600.
I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
Rise, 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 and thrive. No pizza.
This is Dr. Watts. I have a patient with some concerning symptoms. Do you have a cardiologist that could see her right away?
I can work her in to see Dr. Hanshew.
Experience, knowledge. These are just a few of the critical factors that make the Heart and Vascular Institute at Pikeville Medical Center nationally recognized.
I've been treating a 62-year-old male for atrial fibrillation. I suspect MR and that he is going to need advanced cardiac imaging.
I'll be happy to see him. We will get him in as soon as possible.
With a comprehensive scope of heart specialists all under one roof, we are a center of excellence, providing some of the most advanced heart care in the region, leading to high success rates for even the most complex cases. And while we are proud of our accreditations and award-winning achievements, this is what is most important to us.
So, how are you feeling today?
Wonderful.
Hey, it's Kristen, marketing manager at Appalachian Wireless. Do you have a cracked screen? What about a failing battery? Don't stress. Appalachian Wireless has you covered. Our device repair service gets your phone in working condition fast. No need to send your device away. Get it fixed locally today. Stop by an Appalachian Wireless store today to learn more about fast and reliable repairs. Or visit us on the web to learn more about our deals and promotions. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
My name is Kelly Jo Blair, and this is my story, reimagined. I wanted to be more than just someone's mom or someone's wife, but without education, what else was there? So I earned my GED certificate. Once I got it, there was no stopping. And now I'm in graduate school, and I realize I can be anything I dream of. Through adult education, you can reimagine your story too.
You ain't seen nothing like this. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Season 16, baby. This is your brand new It's time for the big deal of the day. $10,000 in cash. You ain't seen nothing.
That was crazy. Have a news tip? Then call the WYMT News Tip line.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise, and you're left searching for answers. Get Hughes and Coleman and get it done.
WYMT First Alert Weather, sponsored by ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.